I wish you all a very warm welcome to this video tutorial, and today we are going to discuss about another important topic of immunology, that is about major histocompatibility complex. And in this video we will discuss about the MHC class 1 molecule, its detailed structure. So come to the topic. Specifically, this MHC is formed by a large locus on vertebrate DNA, large locus on vertebrate DNA. That means this MHC1 is only produced by nucleated cells. Okay. These are polymorphic genes. Okay. Why these are polymorphic? Because these codes for containing closely linked polymorphic gene, because these codes multiple stable form of one gene. These are polymorphic. One gene produces many stable forms, so it is polymorphic in nature. It helps in recognizing foreign particles and also help in finding out non-self particles for the body. Next, in human being, it is seen that the gene is located in chromosome number 6, while in case of mouse it is chromosome 17. Okay. So this is the genetic component of MHC1. These are codominantly expressed. What is codominant expressed? Another term, codominantly expressed. Codominantly expressed. Remember these terms. The codominant expression deals with the expression of protein from both paternal and maternal chromosome. So it is called as codominant expression. Father or mother दोनों जाएगा. Okay. The genes of MHC locally lie together and inherited as a common form of parental genome. So it is otherwise called as halotype. These genomes are inherited as halotype. What do you mean by halotypes? Remember first. The halotypes deals with the closely located genomic loci inherited together. The genes are very closely located. So the individual receive one halotype from father and another halotype from mother. Okay. So both halotypes have been inherited to the offsprings. There are three classes of MHC, three types of MHC: MHC1, MHC2, MHC1, MHC2 and MHC3 class. MHC3. What the difference? MHC1, it encode antigen presenting cell. MHC1 encode antigen presenting cell. The MHC2, it also encode antigen presenting cell. It is for endogenous, it is for exogenous antigen. MHC3, it produces a number of complement proteins which are also responsible for immunity, and it is responsible for B cell expression also. Okay. So it is all about different classes of MHC. Today we will discuss about detailed structure of MHC1. The MHC1, it is found in all nucleated cell. highest level of MHC1 have been expressed in lymphocytic cell. Why? Because the lymphocytic cells are associated in the immunity of organism. Neuron and sperm cell do not have RBC cell, neuron cell, neuron nucleated cell, sperm cell, it is also nucleated cell, but these cells do not have MHC. आरबीसी का तो न्यूक्लियस नहीं होता ना, उसका तो नहीं होगा नॉन न्यूक्लिएटेड सेल। ये दोनों सेल न्यूक्लिएटेड हैं लेकिन उसमें MHC1 नहीं रहेगा, दे लैक MHC1. Okay, there are two chains in MHC, alpha and beta chain. The alpha chain is larger chain which is about 45 kilodalton and beta is about 12 kilodalton. Okay, suppose this is a membrane of cell. Look at the detailed structure. This is the cell membrane. The alpha chain consists of, this is the transmembrane part present within the membrane, transmembrane part. This transmembrane part consists of 25 hydrophobic amino acids. This is the short cytoplasmic tail, cytoplasmic part. It consists of 30 amino acids which are hydrophilic in nature. Next, above the membrane there are three domains. The proximal domain, it is alpha 3 domain. Proximal domain is alpha 3 domain. Alpha 3 domain. Okay, the alpha 3 domain binds with alpha 2 here, alpha 2 domain. The alpha 2 domain with alpha 1 form a cleft, and it is here this is alpha 1. Alpha 1 and alpha 2 produces a cleft, and I will describe about the cleft, how the binding of antigen takes place here. And here another chain which is called as beta microglobulin. It is beta. This is the proximal part, these are the distal part, this is beta. Beta non-covalently bound with alpha 3. The beta do not have any transmembrane zone. Okay. Alpha chain, the alpha chain and beta chain are togetherly present. Alpha 1 and alpha 2, alpha 1, alpha 2, they together interact to form 8 antiparallel beta strand. This part is the interacted part of alpha 1 and alpha 2. This interacted portion produces a short chain like this. This it form to elevated region and a groove. This groove part, the antigen get buried here, and these are the binding part. One is N terminal, another is C terminal. This group is sufficient for binding 8 to 10 amino. So, alpha and alpha 2 help in binding of antigen, small peptides 8 to 10 amino acids. What the function of alpha 3? Alpha 3 proximal domain, I have told it, it is mostly conserved in comparison to alpha 1 and alpha 2. It is highly conserved sequence. Already we have already described. It is polymorphic. One gene produces different type. These are different. It is highly conserved. Alpha 3. The alpha 3 domain, it is responsible for representing a sequence to interact with CD8 marker of cytotoxic T cell. It consists a small sequence which recognize and bind with TC cell. This is the function of alpha 3. These three molecules, alpha, beta and antigen here. Antigen binds here and buried at the group, and antigen. These three molecules are associated by non-covalent bonds. So, it is all about the MHC1 structure. Sometimes it is found that the alpha is synthesized and beta fail to be synthesized. When the beta cannot be synthesized, this cell is called as Doddy tumor cell. Doddy tumor cell, remember it, where beta chain has not been synthesized so that the alpha cannot be activated. Doddy tumor cells are those cells. Okay, so it is all about MHC1. We will discuss about MHC2 in the next video. Thank you all.